Test, test, test. Okay, okay. This is probably the dumbest idea I've ever had, but I think it's kind of funny. So, I think we're live. I want to make sure. Whoopsie daisies. Let's come back. I want to make sure that this is up and running. I'll look at the layout and make some changes if necessary. This is a very basic stream. I just think this is really funny because I feel like we should be eating these M&Ms at some point. So, hold on. There we go. I think I could probably like move the layout here. Hold on, let me zoom in really quick. Display capture. I think it just needs to come up a little bit, you know? And then, let me lock it in really quick and then go back here. I can't believe I'm about to do this. This is so stupid. So, anyway, we are going to be ranking M&Ms. Yes, all kinds of M&Ms. And as you can see, there's some M&Ms down here. They're not all, I don't have them all. I think there's some that are at select stores and I just did not go. However, not put those like in maybe like, I'll just leave them alone. And there might be even some flavors listed. They're not listed on the screen. However, that I may have here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try each one. I'm going to rank them and determine what is the best definitive M&M on the planet. Now, I have tried all these, right? However, you know, opinions change. This dude ate almost the whole thing of caramel. This dude's got a problem. I got a roommate here who ate every damn caramel M&M almost. Dude, Jesus H. They're almost all gone. So I'm glad I'm doing this because if I waited another 20 minutes, they would have been gone. Anyway, we're ranking some M&M action. So I think a good place to start is with the classic M&M. This one right here. I don't know if you can actually see it. Let me see here. What's up? How you doing, big dog? We are ranking some M&Ms. I mean, we may not be able to rank them if I can't open them, though. There we go. So this bag actually has 3 flavors in it. And I'll try to get one at a time here. Let me look for the classic one. Just a classic M&M. A classic M&M right here. Nothing crazy with it. Just the OG. That's so mid. That's so freaking mid. Put that in C tier right now. I got sad eating that. I got sad. So, anyway. I'm going to try a peanut. I think this is a peanut one. Let me try it. Definitely peanut. And it's better. I think it's better. I mean, let me try to scroll up here really quick. I gotta find the peanut one. I think this is a peanut one. There's, mega. This is not the mega. This is like just a regular peanut one. So let's do this one. Let's see. Let me go ahead and rank. I like the peanut action. I think the peanut is it's a good compliment to the chocolate. So I would put this in A. I do not think it is the best candy. And again, I am trying to compare M&Ms to each other, not like M&M to a Kit Kat, right? This is in the realm of M&M land. So the next one, I think it's peanut butter. So let's see if I can find a peanut butter one. I like that. However, I think I prefer the peanut. And I'll tell you why. I think they're just not using the best. I think there's a better peanut butter you could put in there. And I love peanut butter. I know what good peanut butter is. And this isn't it, Chief. In terms of peanut butter quality. So I am making an executive decision, and I'm going to put it at B tier. I believe that's the M&M one, or the peanut butter one. So that is all for this bag. There's all kinds of different ones here, though. So this is so dumb. I'm gonna go for the caramel one because these might get consumed in the next 10 seconds. So this is a caramel one. I know many people like the caramel one. I mean, it's exactly what you'd expect, right? You know, I mean, caramel, M&M. Hang on, let me cook. That's good. That's really good. That's really good. That's very similar in terms of what I like. What do you think? I think it's going to be on par with the peanut. I like a peanut, man. And, I mean, it kind of gets stuck in your mouth, which is a little annoying. But it's got good flavor. I don't know how many of these I'd want to eat, you know? But, regardless, they're really, really good. I actually really, really like these. So, hate the way you say caramel. It's all right, big dog. You can get over it. All right, so I want to figure out what the next one is. Let's do the minis. I'm going to try to get rid of the regular flavors here. The first. I mean, M&Ms minis they're just miniature version of the regular ones, but if it's in small form, it makes me happy. I don't know if it's that red 40, but that red 40 does something to you, man. That red 40 will make you a man. You know what I mean? It's really good. It's really good. Is it the best M&M? Of course not. Is it the most fun? Arguably. I think it's solid B because it is the miniature version of the original. I think is fair. So I am okay with putting this in. Like, is this the minis here? Oh, that's pretzel. Let me zoom in real quick. Because these are kind of hard to read. These are the minis. Put that in B. Okay, let's zoom back out. Okay. So I'm going to put it in B for that one reason. So now we have a couple other flavors. Just doesn't fit the same. Just doesn't hit the same. Hey, big dog, you can get over it. So there's a couple of these odd ones. There's peanut butter and jelly, caramel cold brew, and then you got some dark chocolate with peanut, almond, a couple of those. So I think going into almond is probably the next safest route because we've already done the peanut, you know what I mean? And these are huge, dude. Look at the size of that. Look at the size of that puppy. This thing's bigger than me. So let's just try. I mean, it looks like an almond, right? So I like it. I like this. I really do. Do I like it? I mean, there's a lot of flavor going on. You can really taste the almond. Which, like, if you're an almond guy, this might be, like, your speed. But for me, I mean, is it the best one? No. I think I still prefer the peanut over it. And I feel like I have to just, like, distinguish between the peanut and the almond. So I would do this. I'd put it in B. I don't love it, like, in terms of, like, oh, this is amazing, give me some more of that. But if they're, like, in a bowl of candy and you're at someone's house, I'm not complaining if they're in the bowl. You know what I mean? So almond ones get a B. I think I just spit on myself. Disgusting. They get a B. Next. So if I'm reading this right, there's a couple that do not have, like I said, there's a couple that are not listed on the screen. And down here, that I have. So, for example, one of those are, or one of the options are dark chocolate with peanut. I have dark chocolate, but I don't see a dark chocolate with peanut action. So, I'm not going to be able to put that on the screen. I'll just kind of say it. I'll probably just save it for last, honestly. Just to make it very easy. So, this next one I'm going to do, I also think is a little different flavor, but there's a coffee nut, and I'm going to use that as the caramel cold brew. I'm not. I don't anticipate this to be good. I have tried it before, but I will try it again. It's. I mean, yeah, caramel's great, but like anything like coffee, this is not it for me. I'm not excited to have this. This isn't it, Chief. This isn't it. That aftertaste is ass. It's really bad. What the hell? Why? Why? It just dances on your tongue. And I want it off. Deep. And maybe because I'm like not a coffee guy. Like you at the first you taste the caramel and you're like, oh, that's pretty good. And then like as it goes on, it gets worse and worse and worse. And maybe if you're a coffee guy, maybe that fits your cup of tea, but it is not mine. So here's another one. This is peanut butter and jelly. It says artificial flavor, which like I kind of want to cut one of these open and see what it looks like on the inside. But to me, this shouldn't work. I don't want jelly in my candy. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. This isn't... Get away from this. But I'm going to try it. But get away from it. In my opinion. I don't know who wrote this. And they're different colors, actually. So there's only 3 colors. You can actually smell the jelly. That's kind of disgusting. But they got the yellow, like a darker yellow, like a mustard almost. And they got the brown, and then they got red. That's it. That's the only 3 colors they have. Which I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. Nope. The jelly does not belong. And I like jelly. I love grape jelly. Put it on PB&J. Oh, baby. You know what I mean? But it doesn't belong here. And maybe it's just the type of jelly. Maybe it's the same thing with like the peanut butter I was telling y'all about. I don't like the peanut butter that they're using. There's better peanut butter out there. Put good peanut butter in it. Anyway, for this, I'm maybe a C. I don't mind it as much as the coffee ones. I want it off my tongue. Now the problem is I don't see a PB&J flavor on here, and I could just do like this one here because it's like the closest color to it. I would do this. It's a snack mix, I guess, sweet and salty. I don't know, but this is to resemble PB&J. Again, this list doesn't have them all. So now all I have left are dark chocolate and dark chocolate with peanut. So I think it's fair to try the dark chocolate. You know what I mean? First, without the peanut. That makes the most sense to me. And they're small. They're not like big. They're kind of like the same size as original. And on the underneath the M, it says dark. I'm grabbing the second one. I'm grabbing a third one. And a fourth one. That's really good. Now, if you're not a dark chocolate guy, you're probably not going to like that. But I like dark chocolate. I'm a big fan of dark chocolate. I think it's probably like the best form of chocolate, in my opinion. Get it with like some caramel, sea salt. Ooh! You know? That's really, really good. So, I'm serious when I say this. This is S tier. This is the best M&M I've had. And again, I don't have all of them. I saw crispy on here and I wanted to get crispy. I couldn't find it. Maybe mint. I don't know if I've ever had a mint M&M, and now I'm thinking about it. But I like mint chocolate, so I can't imagine that I'd hate it. But also, we don't have pretzel. That was another one. We don't have pretzel, and I was like, sorry, we couldn't find that one either. But anyway, let me scroll back up here. It is definitely S tier in my opinion. So I just like dark chocolate though. It's good. It's great. They're smaller, good flavor. It's exactly what you expect out of dark chocolate, right? So S tier. And the last one. This one right here. This is dark chocolate peanut. So it's just dark chocolate with peanuts in it. Which, like, I like peanut. I like dark chocolate. Part of me, you know, you would... The thing is, I've tried this before. Right? And you would think, well, damn, you know, he likes both of them, right? It's not as good. It's not as good. This is on B tier for me. This is B tier. Even borderline C. Which I don't know why. I don't know why it doesn't work. I would probably... No joke. I don't have it here, so I'll just use the... I'll use this snack mix as a... Is there any peanut ones? There is this peanut one. I'll use this one. I would honestly put it like here. I'd probably put it behind the original, honestly. And it sucks because I like dark chocolate. I like peanut. But for whatever reason, that together does not work. It does not work. I don't know if the peanuts are different. Couldn't tell you. But, hey. This sucked. Like in terms of like, it was very disappointing. The dark chocolate peanut was very disappointing. Especially because like I like the peanut one. As you can see, I have it literally on A tier here. But, and then I find out like I really like the dark chocolate one. I'm like, well, damn, you know. But no, kind of disappointing. It's kind of like on that PB&J thing where, except the differences with the PB&J, I really want it off my tongue. I don't hate that this is on my tongue. It's just kind of a letdown. And that just, it just makes me sad. So, looking at the list here, I'm not sure how I could balance it out. I feel like it's actually pretty relatively balanced. Like the coffee one is like, it's down there by itself. Like it's actually like, get this out of my mouth. It's not good. I do not like it. I would never buy it again. But I would go out of my way. Hey, Luca, how you doing? I would go out of my way. We've been ranking some M&Ms. If you have not been able to tell, we have been ranking. Hang on. We have been ranking. Hang on. We have been. Hang on. We have been ranked. Hang on. We have been ranked. Hang on. Hey, and we've been ranking M&Ms. We were ranking some M&Ms. I like M&Ms. They're not my favorite candy, though, but I do like M&Ms. My favorite candy is a Kit Kat, for sure. It's by far my favorite one. And based off this tier list, and there's a couple of these flavors that are not listed on here. But overall, I mean, dark chocolate is hands down the best one. Hands down. So I feel like, and this is going to sound stupid, you have to have that acquired taste. You have to. If you don't like dark chocolate, you're not going to like it. It's just what it is. You're not going to like it if you do not like dark chocolate M&Ms. Or dark chocolate, period. So, the almond was a pleasant surprise. I thought I was not going to really love it. And it was kind of nice. I was like, damn, I would take this probably over a regular M&M. The mini M&Ms just kind of get a pass because they're mini versions. And the peanut butter, because I love peanut butter. Ooh, nice. But yeah, so the peanut butter, I wish they had a better peanut butter in there. But the two or three that I really wanted to try that I was not able to, or at least I didn't find, but doesn't mean I can't get it later, the mint would be fun, because I'm a mint guy. And then 2, crispy, and then 3, the pretzel. I feel like at that point, we have we covered all bases. You know what I mean? And that's really all we're looking for, you know? That's really all we're looking for, is to cover our bases. But, I'm over here picking up these bag of M&Ms now. Put them back on the desk. There we go. So, If you need to know what kind of candy to go get in terms of M&M land, get the dark chocolate. If you want to get bad candy and maybe give it to your neighbor or some kid you hate in your neighborhood, get the cold brew caramel nonsense because it's shit. That was not good. So now what do we want to do? I can change the stream. In fact, let me just watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Ooh, you see that? You see that right there? Hang on 1 second. Hold on 1 second now. Now I'm thinking I can see how I'm going back and forth. Now I'm thinking I can do this. Let me turn this on real quick. Let me turn that on real quick. Damn. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Okay. Hopefully this should turn on. Where's my controller? We can turn this into like a shiny hunting thing in a second. Why is it not on yet? What's taking so long? What's going on? What's going on? Hang on. Hang on. What's going on here? Why are you not working? Why are you not working? Did you like disconnect my HDMI? Fudgesicle. Can I not change this midstream? If so, that's kind of buns. I might have to end the stream and start back up. That's actually annoying as hell. Why is that a thing? Why is this happening? No. This is annoying. Hold on, Luca. I think I have to end the stream. I have to start over. Damn it. I was gonna like transition to like some shiny hunting, but the Elgato is not capturing right now. So I'm gonna stop the stream really quick and see if that helps it. Give me one.